Well, good morning and welcome to Mindful Movement with AARP Alabama. I'm your host, Judy Mannings, and today's session is with health educator Jerri Haslem. Folks, we want to remind you that AARP employs people to choose how they live as they age. AARP is a nonpartisan 501c4 organization that has over 420,000 members in Alabama. AARP's role is to advocate for those 50 plus and their families. AARP is committed to offering opportunities for people to stay engaged from home. The Mindful Movement series provides an opportunity for you to keep moving in the safety of your home. Good morning, Jerri. What do you have in store for us today?
Good morning. Today we're going to move a little bit. We're going to use some weights and we're going to have a good time.
Well, we always have a good time, but folks, we want to remind you before you begin any exercise routine, you should consult with your physician to make sure it's safe to participate. All right, Jerri, let's get started.
Let's do it. Absolutely. Good morning, everyone. I am so excited to have you here today because every Tuesday is an opportunity for us to move. And today we're going to do just that. I'm going to say this from the beginning because you know I love to let you know we're going to use weights. But guess what? You never, ever have to use weights. I've got some weights here. You can grab your weights. You can grab bottles of water. You can grab canned goods. Or you don't have to have any of that. And I'm going to give you a second to go grab that. We're going to have a good time. If you're in your chair, you know, sometimes we do it in the chair. Sometimes we're up. Move that chair out the way. We're going to move and have a good time today. So let's get it out the way. I've got my legs maybe hip distance apart, and I'm not locking my knees. My knees are soft. Sometimes when I say stand straight up and zip up your abs, we'll have a tendency, I don't know if you heard that with me popping my legs back, which is not good, but we will pop our legs back. I want you to keep those legs nice and soft, okay? A little bit of bend in that knee, zip up those abs, and right here, stand it up nice and tall. I want you to inhale and blow it out, okay? I want you to inhale again. Come on, inhale and blow it out. One more time. A little bend, inhale and blow it out. Right here with those knees apart, those knees soft and those legs apart, I want you to push your hips back. I'm going to come up just a little bit so I don't bump the door, but I want you to push those hips back, drop that back, relax that head, and just tuck and roll that body up. That should feel great. Let's do that a couple more times, okay? Again, push the hips back, drop down, tuck and roll up. Think about that back and just roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Give me one more. Come on. Push the hips back, drop down, tuck and roll up. Oh my goodness, y'all, this feels so good. It's amazing how just a roll or a stretch can make you feel amazing, okay? Bring those legs in. And right here, what I'm going to do is just step my leg back as if I got a kickstand on an old bicycle, so to speak, okay? I'm going to take my arms out, and I'm just going to bring them in. So it's my balance as well as opening up that body to have it to move, okay? Let's do one more. And now right here, let's keep both arms out, and let's just go with the opposite side, okay? So I'm taking it out, stretching, opening it up, bring it back in. That balance, I promise y'all, I'm shaking so bad. It's okay though. Let's do it again. Oh my goodness. I feel like I am on a balancing beam. One more time. This is so good for us guys. Absolutely. And bring those hands down. Just that little move. And notice, well, I don't know if you noticed, but internally I was shaking so bad. Grabbing myself, making sure I get my balance, and just challenging myself, okay? So let's take the opposite foot back. Come on, it's that kickstand. And one side you may be more balanced than the other, or more flexible, okay? So I'm gonna take it back, and even just doing this move, it challenges me. Right here, let's take both arms out and bring it in. Let's take the arms out and bring it in. One more, take it out, open up the chest and bring it in. Now right here, let's go with the opposite. I've got this leg back, so let's take the opposite arm. Y'all, the challenge in this little bitty balancing move, it is amazing. Little, but so powerful, okay? Right here, bring it back. Oh my goodness, put those hands down. I don't know about you, but yeah, I felt like I'm shaking and rattling, and I love it, okay? Again, getting out of that comfort zone. Right here, let's take these legs out again, but this time, let's sit down just a little bit and then come up, okay? Again, let's sit down, look up, and come up. I'm gonna come out just a little bit, okay? So I'm not bumping too bad. Go down even more and come up. Giving yourself the opportunity to bend, stretch, move, and again, being safe when you do that. Let's do two more. Come on. Come down even more and come up. I'm coming straight down. I'm not bending down, okay? I'm putting the weight in my heels, in my hips, taking it down, okay? Let's go. Come down and come up, okay? Let's pull it in. Let's get this balance before we pick up these weights. Let's take this leg straight out. And if you're not comfortable lifting the leg, just step it out, okay? You don't have to lift it. I don't want to lift it forward. I don't want to lift it back. I want to lift it straight out to the side. So we're going to come in a little squat and lift it up. It's just I'm kicking this leg out to the side, giving myself a balance as well as the strength when I do it. So it's 4, it's 3, it's 2, it's 1. How does that feel? Let's do 4 more, okay? Just because we can. Ready? Let's go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. That is so powerful. Again, it's my strength with that squat. I'm putting the weight in my heels and in my hips. It's that balance extending the leg out, okay? I'm going to move these weights out the way because what I don't want to do is fall. And once I fall, you already know. Someone's going to laugh. It's probably going to be me, but let's move those out the way so we don't have any danger or any injuries going on, okay? So let's go with the opposite leg. Again, lift it out. You're lifting straight out. You're putting the weight in the hips and in the heels when you do this. Give me one more, taking it straight out. This balance, this strength, and this movement is all happening at once. So you may feel that leg that you're putting the weight on, and they feel like it's warming up. Because again, you're using strength to do it. I'm not going forward. I'm putting the weight in my hips. So it's almost a little baby squat and lift it up. So the inside and the outside of that thigh, my abductor and my adductor are getting to work, putting moves together and making it work for us. Actually getting you a little bit warm as well for that cardio because that heart rate will go up, okay? Let's do 8 of them. Ready? Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. How was that? Again, and I know sometimes, and I've gotten feedback that sometimes you can't see my feet, so I try to make sure that you're seeing my feet, or at least you're hearing what I'm saying, so you'll know I'm just lifting straight out, okay? And sometimes I know technology is great, but sometimes either it's like too close to my feet or too close to my head, but I want you to take these nuggets and to make them work. So again, it's a little squat and it's a lift, it's straight out. And you're lifting that leg up, causing your balance to be challenged, okay? So it's not little unless you're uncomfortable. If you can't lift that leg up, then just step it out and put the weight on both of them, okay? How about if we do another set? I know, I love to say that's it, and then I go and do another set. So let's do 4 on each side. Ready? Let's try to get low with that. Okay, let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Ready? Give me a smile. Let's do it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. How about that? Feel like when we got that upper body, that lower body connected, let's grab these weights, okay? Let's get our weights, and if you don't have them, it's okay. No big deal, okay? Right here, what I'm going to do with these weights, the first thing I'm going to do is simply feel comfortable holding the weight. And I don't want you to feel like you got to grip the weight, like if you don't hold on to it, it's going to run away. I want you to hold it comfortably, but not putting force in your hand, not gripping it like, oh my goodness, it's going to fly away. No, feeling comfortable and relaxed. Relax those shoulders. We don't want to add stress to what we're doing. We want to enjoy it, okay? I believe in functional moves. You know, I say that all the time. I also believe in safety. And years ago, when I used to think, oh, if it doesn't hurt, it's not doing any good. What was I thinking? I wasn't. That no pain is what we want. We want to challenge ourselves. We don't want to injure ourselves, okay? So let's start by holding those weights comfortably, and let's just start with some biceps. So we're just going to bring this weight up and squeeze it down. Think about what's doing it, the front of my arm, the bicep, not my hand. You know, have you ever gone to pick up something and it was heavier than what you thought or lighter and you had to readjust? I want you to readjust. Relax those shoulders. Let's give me 8 bicep curls. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Let's take these arms and give me a slight lift when you do that. When I say a slight lift, we're taking it straight out, okay? I don't want one up here too high. I want it to go past your rotator cuff. It's just a slight lift. 8 of them. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's go with the opposite. When I say the opposite, let's take these arms up in front of us. I still want to see your beautiful face, not too high, not too low. And I simply want you to alternate one arm at a time. Don't swing it, control it. Okay? So extend it back and bring it forward. 4, 3, 2, and 1. How is that? Okay? Again, opening it up, making sure you feel good about that. Okay? So we started with the biceps. Then we started with just the lateral raise. Then we started with extended. Let's add on to that. Let's bend these arms now. They're right here. Arms are bent by the elbow. And I want you simply to lift your elbows up with the deltoids. That's that shoulder. Now, if you've had any kind of injuries, be aware of your range of motion. But let's do 8 of them. Ready? Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Excellent. Okay. Making the elbow and the arm work simultaneously. Not a chicken wing, but lifting both the arm and the elbow. I don't want this. We're not chickens. Chickens. I can't even say the word, but you know what I'm saying. We're not flapping our wings. We're opening them up. Let's do one more set. Ready? Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. That's what it's about with mindful movement. I always tell people, you want to take these and you want to layer them on. And one reason you do that is it's functional moves. What can I do to help me in my everyday movement? Okay? We're going to double the weights up. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my legs apart again. They're really like up under my hips. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to bend and lift. And this move makes so much sense when you're getting something out of a bag and then you're putting it on the shelf. Okay? So what we're going to do is, maybe instead of me using both weights, I'm going to use one. Okay? So I'm just going to use one weight. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to twist, getting it out the bag. And when I do that, notice how I'm bending, I'm rolling, I'm just not still. I'm letting that hip and everything move. So let's maybe just start there, okay? Because sometimes we'll make moves and we'll realize it may cause us injury. So being aware of getting something out of a basket, bending, okay? A lot of times we'll have a basket that may be at our knees, it may be even lower. How can we bend to get that? So let's take it and bring it back here. So reaching down and coming up, okay? Reaching down. Notice how I'm twisting. So there's a lot going on here. I'm twisting. If I need to twist and lift up my heel at the same time, so I can make sure I'm not going to tear or pull something. So when I turn, I'm going to use that to help me. I'm just, I need all of that to rotate and to move. So let's go and get something out the bag. We're going to get it out of our bag. Give me 4 more. Getting it out the bag. Getting it out the bag. Just turning and moving in a fluid motion. Okay? Let's change it. Okay? So right here, I'm going to get it out the bag. So I'm just, how you bend down to pick something up, and sometimes you have to turn with it. I could do like what they call a deadlift, but it may be too much for my body, so I have to add that foot to turn with it, so I'm not pulling or tearing, so everything's flowing together. Okay, so let's get it out of the bag. Functional move. We're getting stuff out of a bag. Maybe we went shopping. I'm getting stuff out of a basket. Maybe I'm doing something, but I'm able to twist and bend at the same time. Sometimes that can be challenging. So again, depending on where you live, you may have snow, you may have leaves, or you may be with me and it's just still very warm. But when you're out there, when you have to shovel snow, when you have to rake leaves, sometimes people say, oh, my back or this. Making sure you're bending and moving in a fluid motion. So again, getting something out the bag or shoveling the snow or getting the leaves. We're going to pick them up. 2 more. We're going to twist and we're going to come back to it. We're going to twist and we're going to come back to it. Those are the kind of moves that are so important, and it keeps us moving without injuring ourselves, okay? So let's try this with one weight, and let's try a move opposite leg, opposite arm, okay? So right here, let's just step out at first. Let's just go with stepping out. So I'm stepping out. Just the lower part of my body is stepping out. Then if I want to add on, let's do this. Let's take the arm up and bring it down. So we step out and the arm is up. We step out, the arm is up. I'm coming up, I'm bringing my heel off the floor. If you're not comfortable and you need more balance, you can keep that heel on the floor. Different ways, different levels of doing it, okay? So let's step out. Got it? 4, 3, 2, and 1. What I want you to be able to do is to lift that arm. If you can't lift that arm with the weight, drop it. I don't want you to swing it. I don't want you to toss it. I want that to be a fluid move. You're taking the arm up and you're bringing it down when we do that. So we can do 3, we can do 2, we can do 1. But let's make sure we're not throwing our bodies off. Let's make sure we're doing it intentional, mindful movement with a purpose. Give me 2 more. Stepping it out and stepping it out. That balance, that movement all at the same time, okay? Let's change our arms out and hands, okay? Again, starting with just stepping out. You're just stepping out, stepping out. Now let's add that arm to it. Raising the arm as we step out. Give me 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. How was that? Okay. Now let's go for, instead of a what we call a straight deadlift, let's roll down and roll up. I want our legs to be soft, not locked out. Okay, soft. And let's just roll down with that weight as far as we can and roll all the way up. And when we do this, let's take the arm out and bring it back in. Okay. How about that? So with this move, I want you to watch me the first time, because I definitely don't want you watching me. I want you letting your body, your head, your neck, everything roll without looking at me. So what happens is we're going to roll down as much as we can, just a roll, and then we roll up. We let our head be the last thing that comes up, and then we extend the arms out, and then we bring them in. Okay? That's a roll. We do have some moves where we're stiff when we do it, but this one I wanted to roll. I wanted to be fluid when we do it. Okay? So let's do a few of these. Give me that smile. Don't look at me. Listen to me, and let's make it happen. Ready? Let's go. We're going to roll down. Each time you should be getting a little bit closer to those feet if you want to. And again, you don't have to. Bring it up and then extend the arms out. Okay? Bring it back in and drop those hands. Let's go down. Let's go even further if you can. If you can only go so far, that's where you need to be. I'm reaching a little bit more, letting that head fall and bringing it back up. And I'm extended out. I have a confession. When I went down that last time, I thought my hat was going to fall off. That was not going to be a good hair day for me. I could feel my hat loosening up. So let's make sure that that's secure right there. I don't want to scare you for sure. Okay? Let's do two more. Come on. Go down and bring it back up. Extend those arms out and bring it back in. Let's do one more. Come on, let's take it down. This should feel absolutely amazing for you. And bring it back in. Extend those arms out and bring it back. Okay? I'm going to drop the weight right here. Okay? And what I want you to do, I want you to think about a windmill when we do this time. So remember how we were getting things out the basket? Now we don't have anything in our hands. So we should be nice and more just turning literally from side to side. So I want you to turn here, take those arms up, you're your own windmill. Okay? Take those arms up, you're your own windmill. And you may not be able to see my arms. They may be at the camera, but believe me, they're just going above my head and down. So I'm almost like a little clock both ways. So if you don't see my arms, guess what? They're there. I promise, okay? Between my head, my arms, my feet, we're going to make it happen. Let's do 4. Arms are all the way up, and you come over for your windmill. Arms are all the way up, you come over for the windmill. Making sure, we work that body. Let's do it again. Come on. Take those arms up last time, and it's that windmill. When we're doing things like that, when we're bending, when we're stretching, when we're squatting down, those are the things I want us to do. That's a lot of not only functional moves, mobility. And sometimes our hips can be stiff, our back, and when we work those things and we move fluidly, that's what's going to help to open it up, okay? So we went down, we came back up. Let's go with a little bit of a squat this time down. Remember how we started off? So right here, I'm going to try to go a little bit lower in that squat, and then I'm going to bring it up. And remember, you're going to go down with your own range of motion, comfortable, okay? Let's do 2 more. Ready? Let's go. See how we're so much more able to go down now and come up. I'm keeping my heels down. I'm opening up those thighs. I'm not collapsing my knees. Give me 1 more. Ready? Let's do it. Come on. We're going to drop down. Oh my goodness, it's so good. And bring it up. Excellent. I love it. Bring those legs in. Now right here, inhale and blow it out, zipping it up. Inhale and blow it out. I'm going to give you some food for thought, and I usually say this all the time, but I'm going to say it here at the end. I'm a big fan of give me 10 minutes, give me 5. I think a lot of times we're so hung up on, I don't have 30 minutes, I don't have an hour. Sometimes that can be a culprit of us getting in a workout. I want you to think about stacking a workout, stacking your time. You may have 10 minutes before you do something, or 15. You may be working at your desk and you're back-to-back meetings. Sitting is the new smoking, so just stand up and incorporate some of the things that we do. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, all of it is a benefit, okay? So even when we have this class, I want you to think about this as these are your tools to make it great. We don't use music in these classes, and I love that, because if you use your own music that you love, I promise you can turn on that song and repeat it, and 10 minutes have passed by. So I want you to be aware of Tenderness is amazing, functional moves, and mobility. All of those work together for our mindful movement and for our health. So I've enjoyed it. I hope you have as well. Tuesdays, I look forward to seeing you guys and knowing, hey, we're going to take these moves and make them work in our everyday life. So I thank you so much, Judy.
Jerri, thank you so much. And I'm quite sure our listeners or our audience out there agrees with everything that you said, but most importantly, how you've made sure we understand the importance of moving. Regardless of what we do, we got to move and put those functional moves into everything that we do every day. So, folks, I'm quite sure you've enjoyed everything this morning. We ask that you drop a survey in the chat box. Please take a moment and let us know what you think about the program, how we're doing, if Jerri is making you move enough. But I'm quite sure that you will find some meaningful moves that you can incorporate every day. Thanks again for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time for the next session of Mind for Movement. Have a wonderful Tuesday. Take care.